All right, so we're back on the road. I'm so excited, and we're heading to Italy. So, oh, what the? What the? What's going on? Oh shit! Oh, my dash is lit up. ABS, PSM failure. Drive with caution. All-wheel drive fault. Only rear-wheel drive. Drive with caution. Parking brake fault. Suspension system fault. Drive with caution. Holy crap! I'm not sure what to do now. Obviously, I've got all of these problems that have just popped up that I just read out. Car seems to be driving okay. I'm going to have to pull over a service station to find out, to see if I can reset the car, turn it off, turn it back on again, see what's happening. But if those faults are real, because I'm thinking it could be the transfer box. Transfer box is, because it says all-wheel drive, it says rear-wheel drive only. The transfer box sends the power to, because the power in the mechanic goes back, it goes around depending on how you're driving. So it'll send it to the back, send it to the front, and it says only rear-wheel drive. And there was like a judder, and then the cruise control switched itself off as well. And now I can't engage the cruise control. All right, so as I mentioned, I've just pulled into a service station. And you can see all the lights on the dash. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna take a stretch, and then I'm gonna get out and come back in a couple of minutes. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Wish me luck. Oh, that's not good. That noise is not a good noise. So I've still got, they're not showing up on the right, but I've still got errors up here. And now also, like I said, my wireless mic has died, so I'm just using the onboard GoPro mic right now, just to get it all documented. Obviously, I thought it was the transfer box. So, hence, rear-wheel drive only. I got my missus to search on YouTube. I sent her a video of all the messages. It's now 5 o'clock local time, so it's 4 o'clock UK time. I wouldn't make it back tonight, so fella Tech 9, I'll email him and ask him if he agrees with that guy, that it's an ABS sensor fault. Because if it is, he's probably seen 1,000 of them. And if it is, it means I can go and find a Porsche dealer tomorrow and then have them fit that new sensor. And then I can continue my trip. If it's not that, if he says no, don't drive it, you need to get it back home, then I have no choice then. But at least this week, because it's Sunday today, I'm not going to get replies from anyone today. Anyway, I'm going to go to the hotel anyway and see what I can find. See if I can find something out from somebody who knows more than I do. All right, so I've got an update. I'm almost there now. I've got 9 minutes to go to the hotel. The great news is my missus has been doing some research, and she says that even though it's a bank holiday in the UK tomorrow, it's not a bank holiday in France. So, the shops will be open. And she also found out that there's a Porsche dealership in Dijon, which is where I'm staying tonight. And it's about 20 minutes from my hotel. So in the morning, I'm going to take it there, hopefully, because if it's anything like my local Porsche dealership, they'll tell me to come back in 3 weeks. So hopefully these guys will understand the predicament I'm in, and they'll just connect. All they need to do is connect the PWIS, the computer, to the car and check it out, and maybe replace this ABS sensor, and hopefully that will fix it, and then I can be on my way. So that's the plan. The car's driven fine. The only time you ever feel any hesitation is when you first move off from a standstill and the car seems to hesitate. I think it only does it when you start the car and you start moving. It hesitated a little bit and then it started moving, and then it's been fine ever since. So I'm feeling more confident that it's not a massive problem. It still drives, let's say. So anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, good morning. Let's see what happens today. I have a fuel light on, and that's it so far. So that's, I've still got the ABS and the PSM lights on. So yeah, those faults have not gone away. So far, yeah, they'll come back as soon as I start driving, I would imagine. So let's get on the road. Let's see what happens. Oh. Wow, 115 euros to fill up. When I was in Genoa before 2022, it was about 65 euros to fill up. Anyway, onwards to Porsche. I'm at Porsche Dijon, and amazingly, first thing, both people I spoke to spoke English, which is great because I don't speak any French. So that's fantastic. The chap also, the service guy I spoke to, I showed him a video of the errors, and I said ABS sensor, and he said it at the same time as me, ABS sensor, so he recognized the fault already. None of the faults have come back since I've driven here this morning. It was a 20-minute drive. So that's slightly concerning, because now when they plug in, they won't find those errors, most likely. They might be in some sort of history file, I'm not sure, within the computer, you know. So, but what he said is we can change all 4 sensors, 400 euros, 400, not 800, 400 euros for all of the work. I mean, it's not a hard job. I had a look online last night. I'd do it myself if I had the tools, but I don't. So he said he can do it all 400 euros, so, and it'll take about an hour and a half. So I just have to wait now here until the car's ready. So I'm inside the dealership. Got some fantastic cars inside of GT3 RS. They've got some lovely special edition cars over there with the Randalls on the side, which I really like. Got a GT3 Touring, and they've got all the electric stuff as well. But they've got this here, a Cayenne hybrid, and I have a feeling this might be my next, not this actual one, but I think I might get one of these next. I'm not sure. I have to drive one because the Macan drives so well that I kind of fancy another Macan in the future. But I really like this coupe version of the Cayenne with the hybrid system in it, which they don't make a hybrid Macan. So I think I might look at one, depending on how it drives. I might get one of those next. When you look at the, there's a 964 there in the corner. Look how small it is in the parking space compared to the 992 here. It looks absolutely huge. It just shows you how much they've ballooned over the years. It's quite incredible how tiny the 964 looks in that parking space. All right, so they're all done. Took them about an hour. And I've got the receipt here, and the great thing is 348 euros. So it was actually less than he quoted initially. Initially said 400 euros. So, you know, that's fantastic. They dealt with me straight away. There was no, I didn't have to wait. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. One of the things he did say, actually, I'm going to get on the road and then I'll tell you one of the things that they found when they did. And he said it might have been the cause of the problems I had. One of the things he said He said they changed all of the sensors, but one of the wheels on one side of the car, the back wheel was on the front and front wheel was on the back. Now, something I never noticed. I've never changed the wheels. I had it serviced last year, but I can't imagine they would have made such a mistake. I suspect it was probably done before I bought it, but it's been like that the whole time. But he said that could have been the reason for this ABS sensor failure. So he said there was an ABS sensor failure. That's the good news. So they found it straight away. And yeah, and I've had them all changed. I would have done that at home. You know, I could have probably just changed one of them. But as soon as I knew this was a problem, my initial plan was I'll get them to fix one, and then when I go home, I'll fix the rest. And I just thought, when he said it was 400 euros, I thought for the cost and the peace of mind, because if I was on the way home, I might have just got one done, but for the peace of mind to have all of them done, it's worth it. Because, you know, knowing my luck, I'll drive halfway down to Sicily and then I'll get another one. So yeah, I thought it was definitely worth getting them all done, and then I could just forget about it. And also, like I said, they found those wheels on the wrong way around. So absolutely fantastic service. I mean, the fact that they did it straight away was just awesome. My dealership can't do anything in less than 3 weeks. So I was terrified that they might say the same thing. The guy was like, no, we do it straight away. Didn't have to wait, nothing. So it was brilliant. He asked me to leave him a review on Google, which I'll definitely do, because they were brilliant and they were pleasant. They spoke English. I mean, I could have used my phone to translate if they hadn't, but it was just awesome that they could speak English. Had a coffee, an espresso. It's perfect. So let's go. Now I've put in the hotel. It says 6 hours and 53 minutes. So I've got a 7-hour drive. It's 10:28. So yeah. So what's that? I'm gonna get there. That's 7 hours. My math sucks, as you can probably tell. So 11. So yeah, I'm gonna get there around 7. It's gonna be later because I'm going to stop at some point. So yeah, I've got a full day's driving ahead of me. It kind of sucks because, anyway. But I mean, it's great news because I'm able to continue my trip.
Right. Then keep right.
Yesterday I thought I was going to have to turn. I almost turned around and started driving home. So, all right. So we just turned off. We were heading south on the autoroute. Down towards, if you keep going, you end up in Marseille, I guess. We just turned and we're now heading towards Geneva, Switzerland. We're not actually going to go into Switzerland, but we're going to skirt around the edge. We're heading towards there. The autoroute goes just around the edge, and we're going to go up to Mont Blanc, through the Mont Blanc tunnel, and then when we come out the other side, we'll be in Italy. So I'm super excited to be in Italy. I don't normally have a lot of good words to say about France, but right now I'm still buzzing about the fact that Porsche Dijon were able to fix my car at such short with no notice. I literally turned up on their doorstep, not speaking French, and they dealt with me. So, but I do love Italy. I'm excited to get back into Italy, and also I'm really hoping that the weather's going to be better, because right now it's only 11 degrees outside. It's not good. So it's not, normally the further south you go, the warmer it gets, but right now it's not doing that. So hopefully it'll get warmer. But yeah, so I've got still got 6 hours to drive. So yeah, I'm pacing myself. I'm happy to be continuing the journey. It would have been a disaster, a waste of money. All the hotels are booked. I would have had to go home, paid to go back on the tunnel the other way, then fly down to Italy, miss days, So yeah, I'm super happy. All right, we've made it to the tunnel. 1,250 meters. We'll find out how much it's going to cost now. So, been a while. I've resorted to using my cushion as well. My back's a bit sore today. I think it's because I all day yesterday and all day today, so I've got 2 more days to go as well. But here we go. Let's find out how much it's going to be. Now I've got the thing on the other side as well. Hi, one way. 54.80. Okay. Oh, I can't reach. Can you? Thank you. All right, so 54.80 was. So it's not as much as I thought it was going to be. And now we've got to wait until apparently there's a convoy. Regulation stopped convoy. I don't know what that means. As they say in Peru, better to be late in this life than early in the next. I think that's a great saying. There we go. As I've mentioned numerous times now on this trip, there was a massive accident here years ago, about 20 years ago, and I went into it in depth in one video, but I don't remember a lot of the details now. But bottom line is, there was a massive crash and a fire, and a lot of people died. And I don't know whether it was because of speeding, but as a result, they've got cameras everywhere and ferocious speed limits. I mean, ferociously enforced speed limits. All right, I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
After 700 meters.
Literally.
After 700 meters, bear left.
Yeah. So even TomTom is confused. All right, there we go. Oh yes, and I see snow on the mountaintops. Wow, yeah. Wow. Woo, it's brighter here.
Bear left.
It's dry as well. So it says, it actually says it's 1,385 meters. Interesting.
Ahead, keep left.
So we actually went uphill into Italy. Now that surprises me for some reason. I always suspected we were going downhill. You can't tell when you're in the tunnel, of course. Anyway, we've got 3 hours.
After 700 meters, keep.
We've got 3 hours and 40 minutes to go. 400 kilometers. And like I said, my expected, my ETA is 17:17 right now. All right, so quick update. The fuel lights just come on the car. So I'm gonna need to stop soon. There's a 911 behind us. Woohoo. Oh, it's a Boxster. Haha. Nice. That's a Gen 2 987 Boxster. I just had a fuel light come on. It says I've got 76 kilometers range. Look at the smoke. I don't know whether you can look at the smoke that just came from the Ferrari. It's like an old 308 or something like that. Wow, I thought there was a fire. I just passed that Ferrari that I saw leaving with all the smoke. I just passed it at the side of the road. There was a Mustang with it. They were both pulled over at the side of the road. It does not surprise me at all, because the amount of smoke that came out of that car, or one of the cars, it might have been the Mustang. I thought it was a fire at the petrol station. That's how much smoke was coming out. But yeah, someone's having a bad day. I think it was the Mustang, to be honest. I thought it was the Ferrari initially, but I don't know, but they're both pulled over anyway. Having a bad day. I shouldn't laugh because I had a bad day yesterday. So we're on the elevated road that takes you right past the cruise ship terminal, and I'm straight into, rush hour traffic. It's only 4:30, but yeah, I'm gonna get stuck in some traffic. But it's nice to see Genoa again. Whenever I still keep in contact with them, that we worked here together. And whenever I mention Genoa, they swear and I liked it. I don't know what the problem was. I think we were just here so long that they just got fed up with it. I don't think it's particularly a bad place. I mean, it's got everything you want, all the shops and nightlife, and Been on the road for 8.5 hours today, pretty much straight. It's been a hell of a day. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there, and we'll be back on the road tomorrow. Well, good morning. Welcome to Italy. It's day 3 of our trip, my trip, should I say, down to Sicily. Taking it a little bit easier today. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I slept in purposely. I made the decision last night. Big day yesterday. It was exhausting. It was fun. I mean, it's an adventure, right? Obviously, the stress of not knowing what was wrong with the car, that was all resolved in the morning. But yeah, it was a long day. And then I had to make a video when I got here last night. I made the Miami boat sinking. But I'm staying in this lovely hotel here. I think it's called Una Hotel. It's just past Marina de Carrara, where Putin's yacht is, Scheherazade. And it's a nice hotel, and it's got a pool. And I'm stood on my balcony right now. They upgraded me last night. So yeah, really nice hotel, unexpected, very modern. It looks kind of new. It looks really new, the hotel. The rooms certainly been decorated very recently. So really, really nice. I had a breakfast this morning, buffet breakfast, which I don't normally do in hotels, but I stayed so late, I thought, why not? So yeah, I'm all set. I just have to make my coffee, get on the road. Today, I've just put into my sat-nav the next hotel. It's in a place called Lago Negro, I think it is. It's just a hotel I picked off the side of the motorway, which is what this one is. And I put in the sat-nav, and it said if I leave now, I'll get there about 4:30. So that's easy, an easy day. So I planned the route like this, so I don't have to, because I knew I'd be exhausted after the first 2 days. So today is 5.5 hours, I think. And then tomorrow is another 5 hours. And that includes a ferry ride as well over to Sicily. So with the car. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, good morning. Welcome to day 4 of the road trip. I've just got my coffee. I've had a bit of a malfunction in the previous hotel. I left a cable to my mocha, my electric mocha. So I couldn't brew any coffee this morning. I made the milk, and then I went into a coffee shop here and I bought a couple of espressos, which I've put in. I don't know what it's going to be like, but they're very small espressos. They're more like ristrettos. So anyway, last day of the trip, which I'm relieved about, to be honest. Put my coffee in the car. It should only be about 5.5 hour trip today, and that includes a ferry ride. So yeah, so we're going to get on the road, and not an awful lot happened yesterday. I'll talk about it once I get in the car. But not an awful lot happened, hence we just cut to today, which I was glad about. Refreshingly uneventful day yesterday after the day before, right? Anyway, let's get on the road, and yeah, let's get down to Sicily. All right. The next place I'm going, Villa San Giovanni, which is the port for the ferry to cross to Sicily. Arrival time is 12:44, 2 hours and 45 minutes to the ferry. God knows how long. I would imagine they've got it down to a fine art, the ferry. We'll get to the other side, and then I think from the other side, it's a couple of hours to the hotel. Well, not the hotel, it's an apartment I've rented. This trip to this morning, it's only a couple of hours, so. Now the way it works with the ferry ticket, you buy the ferry ticket and it because there's so many ferries, I think I read on the website there's 54 ferries a day. You just buy a ticket and it's available and it's valid all day. I think when I get home from this trip, I'm going to sell the car, the Macan, because it's going to be on 70,000 miles when I get home, and you know, things go wrong on cars all the time, right? But the older they get, the more mileage they get, the more things start to go wrong. And there's a lot of stuff on this car that could go wrong. You know, it's got the air suspension, it's got the PDK gearbox, it's got the active suspension, and it's getting into the area where things just start to fail. It could get very expensive very quickly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the car, and then I'm going to either buy a new Macan or newer Macan, because I really do like the Macan platform. The way it drives is, you know, it's almost like a sports car, but it's comfortable. Or I kind of fancy a Cayenne e-hybrid. I have not driven one though, so I'm going to drive one and find out. This part, Italy, in fact, a lot of Italy, they know how to make tunnels. We're in one of these many tunnels that we've passed through on the way down to the bottom of the boot of Italy. Yeah, there's so many of them, and they just come thick and fast, you know. You know sooner out of one that you're heading into another one. There's the Mediterranean on my right, which I only saw earlier today for the first time on this whole trip, which was really nice. It's so blue, it's amazing. Hello, Caronte?
Caron.
Sì.
You get
Sì. Okay. I think there's multiple places where you can get on a ferry, because there was a ferry right there. All right, so we're about to board the ferry. I was just filming a video for the patrons while I've been in this queue, and I've just ended that video and I've flipped the cameras around to record us driving onto the ferry. I've been on ferries before with the car, but I've not been on this one. And you can see Sicily across the other side. It's not far. It's bigger than I thought, but yeah, it's quite big. And it's taken a lot of HGVs on there as well, so it's a lot bigger than I thought. When I saw it initially, I was thinking, oh my God, it's tiny. I don't see many British cars. I wonder how many people drive down this far. Oh, it's got different levels. Holy crap, look at that. This way? Which way? Anyway. I'm so busy filming, I didn't notice that everybody's disappeared from the boat, and that's because we're about to dock and they just announced that everyone needs to go back to their cars. So it was full of people earlier. we go. We are moving. As ever in Italy, it's super tight. That was so quick, that trip. I was filming the entire trip. Whew. And there we go. We're in Sicily. It's beautiful. 22 degrees, it says. I think it might be hotter than that though. Like when you're in Genoa, still get some funny looks, but you know, you're not that far south. But now we're really south, right? Yeah, getting a few funny looks. It's probably going to be the theme of this trip. I've been on the road for just, well, about an hour and 40 minutes from Messina, and it says another 20 minutes, so it's 2 hours, which is longer than I expected, actually. You know, when you look at a map, it looks small, Sicily, but I've been driving on the motorway at, you know, 130 kph for 2 hours, and I'll be glad to finally get to where I'm going and get out of this car and start editing this video. Yeah, I can see Hebo Lift 2
left.
in position, crane out. Wow, I'm finally here, eh? More to come on that. Well, good morning, guys. I finally made it to Sicily. I arrived about 6 o'clock, and then I was setting up my stuff, and I didn't finish till like 8:30. I was super tired. It was pitch black as well. There was absolutely no lights here once it goes dark. So it was quite something. I came outside and walked straight into the table. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Lots of drama. Well, quite a bit of drama in it. So, you know, but we finally made it anyway. Oh, the mileage, by the way, 3,030 kilometers in total, which is 1,820 miles. That's how far we drove, or I drove. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. All right, bye-bye. Just collected the car from a Porsche specialist, and I've just paid a lot of money to get it fixed.